We're here at the launch of the new Lamborghini Temerario, as you can see in this gorgeous purple right here. And with us is the Asia Pacific Director, Francesco Sardaoni. Francesco,
Thank you for coming.
thank you for having us here. And first of all, I have to say also thank you for firing up the engine. It's a new engine, it's not been heard around. So thanks for that. It was a lovely audio treat. Let's just start with that. Tell us something about the new engine, the new direction you're going with this.
Well, Temerario is the last car to be hybridized according to our Cortauri direction, so the strategy for electrification of Lamborghini. And we designed a completely new engine, V8 twin turbo, which is designed, produced, developed in Lamborghini in Sant'Agata for the Temerario. It's an incredible engine because, of course, we wanted to create, as usual, a benchmark for the super sport car market with the Temerario, creating an engine that can rev up to 10,000 RPM. Again, Lamborghini is not only pure performances, but it's also emotional performances. So we are pretty sure that with 10,000 RPM and this amazing sound that you just heard, customer would be thrilled and emotion, in driving the car. Again, the engine is a twin turbo, 800 horsepower from the thermal unit. We pair the engine with an electric motor directly on the crankshaft. So this allows us to have a immediately high torque at low RPM. Imagine that at 1,200 RPM, we already have 600 Newton meter torque. So almost double than the previous model. And then, the engine takes you through a progression ending up to 10,000 RPM, which is kind of driving a MotoGP. It's something unique.
So, absolutely. And the engine, and that's quite unique as well, because you've got the ICE unit, you've got twin turbos and a hybrid.
Right.
You didn't do that, for example, with the Revuelto. It's a naturally aspirated hybrid.
Correct.
Was it really difficult integrating the turbochargers and the hybrid unit along with the ICE component? And what's the pros and cons of that?
But I would say there are no cons.
Okay.
I mean, I think that let's say customers understood that for Lamborghini, hybridization has no cons, no compromise.
Right.
Hybridization for us means adding additional features to the car, additional power, versatility, less emissions, and even more drivability in terms of, again, these emotional performances in terms of handling. Thanks to the e-motors that we have in the front axle, we took to a different stage, how we can play with the torque, the freedom that the torque can give us, because we have active torque vectoring.
Right.
So we can move the torque wheel to wheel, not breaking the single wheel, but adding additional power to a single wheel. And this makes the car, even faster in cornering, more stable, and also faster in getting out of the corner. So I think we set, again, with the Revuelto, but also with the Temerario, the benchmark in terms of hybridization, to the point that we called HPEV, High Performance Electrified Vehicle.
Right, and obviously with an electric motor, your response and reaction time is a lot quicker than with a mechanical setup, like you said, braking.
Yeah.
So I would assume the torque vectoring and the hybridization is not just power, it's also increasing the handling agility.
Correct, exactly. Again, thanks to the hybridization, we have been able to create a machine which performs better than the one before. Because of course, our approach is always creating something better, designing something better in terms of performance, emotion. Again, emotion which means sound, but also, lateral emotion, the lateral acceleration.
Exactly. And, since you're talking hybrids, I have to ask you, like you said, this is the last car that has been hybridized. What's been the feedback and your response globally and in India to hybridization, of your range, of the Lamborghini range?
When we started with the Revuelto, the feedback was amazing. Revuelto is sold out, for more than 2 years, So I would say that really enthusiasts of V12, another aspirated engine, got excited by the way we hybridized this kind of iconic car, iconic engine, and results in terms of sales are speaking, but also in terms of, again, of driving pleasure. Introduced then the Urus S.A. Last year in China and Beijing Auto Show, and we had an amazing response worldwide. So the Urus S.A. is still getting a lot of attention. The sound of the engine is amazing. the comfort of the car, amazing, and plus with the hybrid, we've been able to reduce, of course, emission, and in all of the three models, so Revuelto, Urus S.p.A, and Temerario, we also created this stealth mode of driving those cars out of the garage in a neighborhood, in a silent mode, which is really particular and amazing, still emotional, to drive Temerario or Revuelto or Urus S.p.A in a stealth mode. So it's really good. And with the Temerario, we already did quite a few launches worldwide, and in Asia Pacific we started in Japan in last year, in the last part of the year 2024. Then we moved to Taiwan, Korea, Australia, and now of course India. And the feedback was amazing from all the markets. Customers were really happy seeing the car in flashes. These new lines, tense line, coming from these straight lines that are somehow recalling the Gallardo, also in the back with those air intake. It's a car that has innovative design language, but still, with a foot in the history of Lamborghini.
In the history, true. And so talking of history and the future, I have to ask you also about electrification. A couple of brands are going down, that's in the supercars, going down electrification. Some have pulled back. We know, announced plans saying they're not going to do like your compatriots, Maserati. They've said they're not going to do electrics. What is your take and Lamborghini's take on electrics in supercars? What's the future looking like?
But since we designed the Cortauri strategy, so the electrification strategy for Lamborghini, for us was clear not to be the first one, but to be the best one when getting into the electrification. And for us, it was important, again, in order to be the best one, to set the right time of introduction. And the first car that will be pure electric in the Lamborghini product line will be a fourth model, a GT 2+2, that would be only introduced at the end of the decade, not before. We believe that, again, our customers, what they are asking today is this hybrid. That for us, it's a key step to, again, still fulfill the dreams of our customers, the needs of our customers of having, also those set of performances, emotional performances that they want from a super sport car.
Right. So it's clearly a part of your future. You're not going to shy away from electrification, given the.
No.
There's no change in plans.
No, we are not changing the plan. Right. I think our plan was solid since day one. Since when we wrote the plan, was a clear strategy to go hybrid first, because this was the feedback of our customers, and only in the future, get into a new segment.
Right, and I know you've got a long line of people waiting for you, so maybe just two more questions. On the car itself, this one, as we can see, obviously is not the one that's going to come to India. It's the steering is on the wrong side or the right side. But when can we see the cars in India now? We have a price. When do you think we'll have the cars rolling out?
We will introduce cars in India basically starting from the beginning of next year.
Beginning of next year. Deliveries will start.
Correct.
Okay, so in the first quarter?
Within the first quarter, we will have some cars. The first lucky owners will get the first cars. Yes.
Awesome. And the last question I have for you is, what's the future looking like for Lamborghini India? You had a record here last year, 112 or 113 units, 13. I think. 113 units, right? So what's your forecast for this year?
A bit early to speak about forecast, but we see a positive trend. Also considering, the order portfolio that we have in our pocket. Also 2025 looks promising. India is a promising market for us. It's a strategic market. So we want to be present here in India with all of our model line, with all of our luxury range of activities, like, the Lamborghini Giro, or, any kind of activity that can delight our customers, also when they're not behind the steering wheel. And that's the reason why we have so many cross-brand collaboration with Balenciaga, or with other brands like Mercedes and so on, and of course with our network We are based on 3 dealers here in India: Mumbai, Delhi, and Bangalore. And our partners are, of course, one important pillar for our success here in India.
Great. So, with that, Francesco, wishing you a successful year
Thank
again,
you so much.
and
Thank you so much.
hope to see the car, and I hope I get behind the wheel soon.
I hope so. Thank you.
Thank
again.
you.
Thank you.